Mappa's big.
Girls getting turned on from gambling.
Brother in Christ.
Makima could be my president.
Hey guys, welcome back to Bizarre Anime Vibes. I'm your host Joku, and I'm here with
Jonah. Oh, shit. Sorry, I should have done ladies first. My fault.
It's gonna be a long. Today's been a long day, so this will be fun. What about you guys? How was your day?
My day was good. I helped out my dad at work today, so I went to the hospital where he works.
Oh, yeah, I helped my
And
dad at
so-
work today. Ended up in a hospital. That's how it sounded like you said it. I was like, damn.
You sound jealous. But don't you think?
Yeah,
It sounds
you,
kind of
you
jealous.
can
right?
hear the in the tone of his voice.
A little bit. Oh.
Jealous of what?
Man, you wish you were in a hospital, weren't you? I can see through your eyes. You want to see all the destroyers.
I mean, after today, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow. Anyway, we plan on talking about Mappa Studios and what the hell they've been up to because they have so many anime. Before we do that, don't forget
I know
to
that
subscribe or colossal smash that like button and
Smash
subscribe.
me. What's the first anime on the list?
So I was gonna say first thing we should talk about is the big elephant in the room, which is Attack on Titan. That is apparently divided into 50 parts. But I remember when it first came out, there was a lot of controversy around it. Like, oh, the Titans look ugly because they're not properly drawn and they're CG. And I'll tell you this right now: if you're complaining about the CG Titans, shut the fuck up. Like, they're fine.
I don't care. The story's good.
Not the ending.
brought up Jujutsu Kaisen.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So
Well,
they
no.
took up Attack on Titan, and
Well-
then on top of that, did Jujutsu Kaisen, and then
Like the-
Jujutsu Kaisen's manga was doing really well, so it just needed an anime and someone needed to pick it up. And Mappa was like, "Oh, we'll do it."
It could have been A1 Pictures, but it was Mappa.
Mm-hmm.
And Mappa had killed it.
No, it's it.
If it wasn't Mappa who did Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen would have been.
animated.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been as
Okay, because your original sentence was, if I think any other studio besides Mappa picked it up, it wouldn't have been animated, which doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
wait, did I say animated?
Yes.
Oh, I meant to say successful.
Caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen manga is the next few arcs where everyone was hyping it up. I still think season 1 was good for what it was, but it's nothing in compared to what's about to happen.
You manga readers. You know, Chainsaw Man, I see the only really good fight was the Kobeni fight.
That was great, and I think Chainsaw versus Katana at the end was good.
No,
You don't think so?
no.
Kobeni fight wasn't even a fight.
It was
I mean, it was
it was a slaughter. It was a
She
massacre.
just beat him in like a minute.
And it looked glorious.
I'll tell you this. After last week's episode where we talked about it, that weekend I reread all of Chainsaw Man past where the anime left off. I can tell you, I was like, I was thinking to myself after that episode, did I overhype Chainsaw Man? Is it even that good? After rereading, yeah, it is. It's literally the arc that picks up right after is one of the best arcs. The arc right after that is the best arc, in my opinion. The arc after that is insane. Like, literally, there's 4 or 5 arcs after left, Chainsaw
I
Man.
feel like next arc you watch is gonna be just as mid.
I'm really excited to see what they do because obviously Mappa has proven time and time again they are the top animation studio, at least when it comes to like they're at the top in terms of how many stuff they have and how well the quality is. I didn't say they are the best, but they're at the top. They're a
A lot
lot
of people hated Yuri on Ice.
I haven't seen Your Eye, so I cannot speak on that. But I'll tell you this: I haven't seen a Mappa property where I've been disappointed by the animation.
Yasuke.
I haven't seen Yasuke.
Oh, in that case,
I'm saying-
you'd be disappointed.
I'm saying out of stuff I've seen.
Mm.
Because like if you look at Toei with One Piece and Dragon Ball, there's so many bad One Piece episodes in terms of animation.
Well, the reason why is because One Piece is weekly.
Yeah, no, 100%. I understand why, but I'm saying like look at Mappa. Like it might as well be weekly with how much releases. They're releasing something new almost every week. It feels
If
like.
they do weekly releases, they'll be ass.
because
every-
this season is Finland Saga.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Chainsaw Man ended 2 weeks ago. Vinland Saga starting this week, and then when Vinland Saga
Last
ends,
week.
it started last week, so it literally picked up right after Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And then when Vinland Saga's over, Jujutsu Kaisen starting.
That's
or
smart.
Attack on Titan.
That's
So I'm
smart.
saying it's weekly already. It's just a different show.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's the same. So your logic doesn't make sense because you're saying, oh, Toei's weekly, that's why it sucks. But Mappa is essentially weekly. It's just a different show.
Oh no, the anime is seasonal.
But I'm saying the individual shows are seasonal.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they're releasing a new episode for a show each week.
So I
I'm
guess
saying,
Mappa have like different teams that are working different anime.
Yeah, they do.
Unlike One Piece, who has like I assume one team. I'm not sure.
Chainsaw Man, they're their own separate team with Attack on Titan. You know.
Mhm.
So it's like they take their time with whatever they have to do. They
Yeah.
just branch it out to specific subdivisions. The difference with Toei is Toei's much bigger than Mappa. I think. Well, Mappa's big, but Toei is
Mappa,
huge.
I'm pretty sure only has 400 employees.
Okay, but Toei is massive, right?
Toei's
And
been in the game for how long?
Toei's like McDonald's, right? Like so many stuff, but like low budget stuff. Mappa is
Mappa
like
is the Mr. Beast
it's like
burger.
Zaxby's.
It's the Mr. Beast burger. No, I'm saying it's such
No.
a small. It's a new because Mappa started in
No, but Mr. Beast
2010.
Burger is like not available anywhere except for like New Jersey. Did you guys know that Mappa animated the Persona 5 Royale opening?
I knew this.
That's their
You
high.
guys found this out today. I've been known this.
Oh, we figured it out like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah.
known this for 10 months.
Wow.
But an anime studio, anime for a video. Come on, like that's
It's
just
Persona. It's literally the most anime video game you will get that isn't actually an anime.
Not true.
Name one. If we went on the streets and we told someone V1 or Persona, what do you think they've heard of?
Neither.
Neither.
They're gonna just shoot us.
They're not weebs.
We're in Atlanta, you're right.
If we went to like an anime convention, we asked, maybe they'll probably say
I'm saying
Persona.
this. Persona is the biggest, I would say, anime video game that isn't an actual anime.
Wait, what about Doki Doki?
Brother in Christ.
That's top 3, but not top 1. I think top 1 is Persona.
Minecraft.
You know what? If you said Danganronpa, I would be like, that's fair.
I
Not
forgot
popular
about that.
Persona?
Exactly, and I would say that's the only other one that's up there. What?
Xenoblade?
Not bigger than
It doesn't-
bigger than Persona. Fire Emblem.
I would say Persona's the biggest one.
Pokemon.
Pokemon is bigger than Persona. I just don't know if I would consider it anime
Pokemon-
style.
I mean, no, it is anime style, but I'm saying Pokemon, like, I guess, yes, that counts. That's number 1.
Mhm.
But I don't count that as, like, video games first because I say that's just the same now. I
But
think
it
I
originated as a video game first, right?
Yes, but it's also, like, it's a mainstream anime now.
That's just because it's popular.
Yeah.
Like if
When
Persona,
you have over 1,000 episodes,
Yeah.
I don't think, oh, you were the anime. That's also with Pokemon, it's not based off the game. One anime, I'll say this, you guys didn't know about Persona 5. What I found out today was Takt Op Destiny was animated by Mappa.
Oh, the musical one.
That show about, the music
Wow.
and all that. It's really good. I
Mhm.
recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's actually like a low-key, like, under the radar, like, really good anime
Yeah.
for what it is. I'm not shocked from the fact, like, oh, Mappa animated? I just didn't know. You know what I mean? And I'm shocked I didn't know this whole time that Mappa did animated Takt Op Destiny. I feel like that's something I would have found out a while ago.
I don't know anything about Takt Op Destiny. I don't know. It's a musical anime.
It's
Yes.
an anime where they fight using music.
Is it like a 12 episode
Yeah.
season?
Kakegurui is it's actually good. It's interesting. Take away, like, all the sexual stuff.
All the horniness.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting, like, show for what it is. It's not, like, the greatest, like, story of all time. It's not what I'm saying. But, like, for what it is, it's actually interesting, the gambling. And look, because I'm not a big gambler.
So I can watch it with my parents.
No, but I enjoy the gambling aspects of it because I'm learning new stuff about, like, different gambling stuff and tricks, and the way they win is always interesting, and the route they go.
So it's making you a gambler.
No, because I can't tell you that happened in season 1, but, like, I'm saying what I remember watching it and I enjoyed it. You want the synopsis of Kakegurui? Girls getting turned on from gambling.
And Mappa animated this.
It's really good. Anyway, I think Mappa did a great job with Chainsaw Man overall. Different endings, the intro was good. Every episode looked really good.
I think the different endings was easily like one of the coolest things they did.
It's not the first anime to do it, but I think it's still shocking.
It
when
made
you
me
see
upset.
Why?
Why?
Seeing the ending is showing what it could have been, but
What do you
it feels
mean?
like they played it safe every scene.
What do you mean?
In the
Elaborate.
whole, when I watch anime to be enthralled by the limitless potential of animation. It felt like I was literally watching a live action movie just with animation.
But that's exactly what they were going for. The
Okay.
creator,
Cool. They're going for that. Good for them. It's just not something that I particularly want to watch.
and that's fine. But I'm saying the fact that you didn't even know those words, but the creator of Chainsaw Man, believe his name is Fujimoto. He it literally said he wanted the Chainsaw Man anime to feel like live action with just animated art style,
Okay, then tell me why.
which they did. So
Okay.
they succeeded in what they were going for.
Okay, but I guess maybe that's why I really liked the Kobeni fight. Because the Kobeni felt like it was actual anime. It didn't feel like it was a live action. That felt like an actual like anime fight right there.
So you just didn't enjoy it because it was live action, like?
Well, it was that, and also it was just after seeing the endings, seeing what they could have done.
Mhm.
Like literally,
Like, give me an example.
okay, example would be the first time when they fought the Katana Devil in the restaurant
Mm-hmm.
when he transformed. I thought that was pretty cool, but then when the fight began, I was like, this just looks so safe. Like
what?
well, let's see. When they were throwing their moves, when they were attacking, like literally.
What scene?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, at the end when Katana Devil did his final strike,
Mhm.
cut him in half. I thought when he did it to Aki,
Yeah.
it looked way more cinematic compared when he did it to Denji. Sure, it was sudden,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there was no flair. There was no substance. It just felt like he just didn't attack. Boom. But when he did to Aki, I actually saw the flare, the blood bloom. And like he paused when he was behind Aki.
I mean, when he did it to Denji, Denji was like, "Wait, what just happened?" And then he fell over.
Literally, it showed a wide shot of him standing right behind of Denji,
Mhm.
and then Denji just slid off. Him and the person he was holding hostage.
Yeah, it was a
slid
shock
off.
factor, is what they were going for, I imagine.
And that's where, like in live action, maybe it'll look cool.
I mean, yeah.
But
I mean, you said it was live action for what it was, just animated.
yeah, but like, then why did they give me the Aki thing? That one looked more anime
I think
in
it's
my
'cause-
anime.
I think it's
What is
'cause
your
Aki-
definition of anime? Like, in terms of, like, because you're saying, like, that looked more anime. What is your definition of
Okay,
anime?
my
'Cause
definition of anime
technically,
is
Chainsaw Man is...
okay. In my definition of anime is you guys watch Cyberpunk Edge Runner?
Yeah.
That's kind of my definition of anime. Anime to me makes me really love the genre of anime and it uses the medium that they are not restricted by to tell a story that looks absolutely fantastic from any angle they want. But I understand live action, you're limited, and that's why they limit their self and did things that a live action studio would have done.
I'm confused because Cyberpunk and Chainsaw Man, in my opinion, are very similar in terms, not like by literal like design, but in terms of like there's
Not
no
the
goofy
visuals.
faces. They're like it's all just like what exactly do you mean when you say like Studio Trigger, like the action shots and all that?
No. Studio Trigger, I mean, the action. Okay, Studio
So
Trigger, the action.
okay, I should put it like this.
All right.
I'm confused about is that because Chainsaw Man is an anime. We can like we're not debating that,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
It is an anime.
Of course.
What I'm confused about is like, yes, it looked live action, but I would say I would debate Cyberpunk looked very live action in a lot of aspects.
Maybe in the talking ways, but
No,
not
I mean
when it
like there was
comes
no goofy like compared to
There
like One
was.
Piece,
Okay.
like compared to One Piece with the like shocked faces or
He's talking about realistic, like
it's realistic. It's what I'm
Very
saying. In terms of, like
realistic.
there's no like goofy like you know what I mean like
Uh-huh.
faces like characters like will turn around with like wide eyes and giant mouths
But it's not even that.
or anger and they'll be high giant.
See, the
you
first
know what I mean?
episode of Chainsaw Man was very anime. Like
I would
great story, like great beginning. Like we saw the background of the characters, saw like an epic.
Do you mean the story itself?
No,
No, I'm talking about in the visuals. As an
Yeah,
anime,
it's very realistic.
Chainsaw Man is like, it's like one of a kind story like you won't find anywhere else.
Do you mean
But
like
when it comes to the visuals, it looks like a live action play safe. And if that's what they're going for, then by all means they succeeded.
I think
It's
that's
just
the
not
point,
for
though.
me. It's just not for me.
when the devil or excuse me when the fiend showed up in episode 11? Did you think it was somewhat like when Beam showed up?
What?
The shark fiend when he showed up, he was jumping through the walls. He jumped in, ate them.
Oh, I actually forgot about that part.
Do you think that was very anime like when the fiend showed up? Violence fiend. I mean, violence. The thing is about violence. Like no matter what anime I
Okay.
know, he was just boxing, but that's literally his. He's just got. He's super strong.
I like that part. Actually, I remember it because I actually did like that sequence because when he was punching, like you could see like the animated wind effects. That's something you get from live action.
Okay,
You literally
so
saw like
I will,
do-do-do-do-do.
again.
And
I
then,
know,
like-
I keep saying this. I keep hyping it up. Season 2. I'm saying based off the characters they're fighting next and the devils and the fiends,
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard to make it look pure live action. You know what I mean? Excuse me, but the stakes are up. Like I know there's some.
No, but like, will they make it look like MCU? Like, will it make it like just see like because
would you
when
would you
I'm
debate?
watching,
Would you debate some of the MCU scenes are anime like?
maybe like Iron Man versus Thanos, like that one might be like a little teeny bit.
I'm saying yeah, like for example, or like Civil War. Some of the fights between Team Cap versus Team Iron Man.
Like Shang-Chi, I would say like that one.
That's
more
okay.
anime.
Shang-Chi doesn't count because
Like-
Shang-Chi is one of the greatest MCU films, but nobody's ready for that conversation.
But I think that one, that's like if they did it in that aspect, like it was Shang-Chi live action, but also it was Mappa animating it in that change. Like if they merge all those, I think I would have liked Chainsaw Man more.
I will say this again. I know I keep hyping up season 2, season 3, and all that.
Mhm.
But anyway, with Chainsaw Man, I was gonna say one thing I actually noticed about Mappa. They're also animating Hell's Paradise, which is something none of us have read. I own the first volume, but I haven't yet to start it yet. It's on my list. So obviously you guys know what the big 3 is, right? There's a new big 3 called the Gore 3 or something like that, or the Violent 3. And
Attack
I
on
just
Titan.
I was gonna say it's Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man.
Gore.
Just trust me. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise, because in these manga/anime,
So everything's animated by Mappa.
and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I noticed that Mappa is animating the Gore 3 because the reason why, by the way, they're called that is because those 3 are not afraid, like in their mangas, they're not afraid to show gore. They kill off characters left and right. They have no problem basically showing bloody, whereas like you won't see that in One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach. The father of the Gore 3, like it's, again, this is a fan-made term, so
Attack on Titan.
is Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan came out like 10 years ahead of time, and it was the first like big anime. My point is, I've noticed that Mappa is a big fan of the Gore 3, and in terms of animation, and I think the fact that they're animating all of them is very interesting, and I would honestly love to see how another studio would handle the Gore 3. Real quick, what is something you're excited for, Mappa, to animate coming up soon? Obviously, my thing is Chainsaw Man Season 2, and I have another thing in mind.
Oh, me?
Honestly, I'm excited for everything they're
Well,
doing now.
I mean, there is the rumor. There is the extreme rumor.
Which is?
Of a certain Saitama.
No, it's confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Oh yeah, they're 100% doing a Mappa. As far as I'm concerned, it's.
Is
I'm
it?
gonna search it up. Anyway,
To wrap it up.
honestly, I want to keep going about this because I think there's a lot more like anime about Mappa. Like we were just talking about One Punch Man Season 3, which I believe is animated by Mappa, and there's so much more that like we just didn't even get into, like Yasuke and other stuff. But we're out of time, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to wrap it up here. But overall, what's your favorite anime that Mappa has animated? Let's end it on that.
And with that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Oh, they got a high school.
God of
Okay,
High School.
tough.
Yeah, that's mine then.
Really? You like God of High School?
I hated the story, but I love the animation.
Oh yeah,
Fights
that's
are
fair.
beautiful.
See, episode 1 is I will never get over this. Episode 1 of God of High School is one of the best first episodes of any anime, and the last episode, like by the end of the season, it's one of the worst anime I've ever watched. So like, it's so crazy how the first episode
God
got
of-
you so hype and it's so good, and by the end of season 1, you're just here like, what the actual did I just watch?
God
It's
of
so bad. But it's
They
not. It's
could-
not.
they
It's
could've
not.
done
It's not
some-
the story. It's the actual.
the pacing.
It's no. It's honestly, it's Mappa because from what I was
I
told,
thought it was Crunchyroll.
or whoever did, they skipped half the manga because
Oh,
they
it
wanted
went
to get
to-
to the way it worked was it's like Chainsaw Man, I guess. They wanted to get to a certain point by the end of season 1, but to get there, they couldn't pace stuff correctly, so they just cut out a ton of like context and hope that you would understand. But you
the main
wouldn't.
character being a god.
Yeah, and also like all the like that old man who showed like there's so much stuff that is not explained, and it's like, oh, stay tuned for season 2, but it's like I shouldn't have to stay tuned for something where in the
That's never
original
gonna
work
happen.
it was explained in the original work at the time for a reason.
So Chainsaw Man, me, God of High School, AOT.
Shout outs to their animators because we know those guys actually like don't get to see their children. Like if they had a wife, well, they're literally like honestly, pro tip, just marry a Mappa animator. You get all the money and never have to deal with a husband. They're at work all day, but you get the money. It goes back home.
Huh.
You guys
So,
have a nice
hey,
one. It's been fun.
I'll fix that issue real quick.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.